Hey everyone, Julia from Sunday Sounds here. In this video, we're going to take a look at our song-specific patch designed in the style of the song you see on the screen. I'm going to demonstrate this song patch in its original key and at its original tempo. You can change the key you play or hear the song patch in by using Easy Transpose, and you can change the tempo as well. Details on how to adjust both the key and the tempo are included in your download. For this video, I'll be demonstrating the MainStage version of this song-specific patch. If you purchase the Ableton Live version, you'll be able to use this video to follow along just the same, seeing as the hand positions, song sections, layer ranges, and sound of the patch are the same. In MainStage, you'll use your mod wheel to move through the various song sections. In Ableton, you'll use the macro knob labeled Song Section. Be sure to check out the full demo video for this song patch to see all the parts and sections in order and how we move the song section control throughout the song. This song patch has electric piano, organ, some synths, some bass, lots of pads, and a piano, all triggered in the left-hand range, which stretches from here up to here. There is an electric piano sound from this note all the way up to this note, as well as a bell sound in there. And then there's a synth sound from this note all the way up the rest of the keys. There are also some additional notes that don't belong in the key, because later in the song you will play some secondary notes and some borrowed chords as well. Those notes are as such. And then there's also a chord in this song that doesn't typically belong in this key, but you'll play it a lot, and that is this chord. You can also play it like this. You'll start the song with the song section control all the way down for your intro, choruses, verses, pre-chorus, and down bridge. At halfway will be the refrain, post-chorus, and medium bridge, and then all the way up is the big bridge. And remember that whether you're in MainStage or Ableton Live, these positions are the same. For the intro, you'll have the song section control all the way down. You're going to just play a riff in the high octave of your left-hand range. This riff will be repeated throughout the majority of the song. So let's break it down. Here's what it sounds like. So to slow that down for you, here's the first part. You'll play that as a leading note into the top note up here. And then the next chord. Third chord. And then that leads back into the same chord progression. If it's too hard for you to play those notes one right after the other, you can always just play the upper note like this. And that's totally fine to do as well. So here it is one more time at tempo. So you'll just play your left hand for that part for the intro. For the down chorus, you'll have the song section control all the way down. Your left hand will play the riff in the higher octave of its range, just like we learned in the intro. This first time through the chorus, it will just be your left hand, no right hand. So just for a refresher, here's what that sounds like. The second time you play the chorus, you will also have the song section control all the way down. You'll play that riff in your upper left-hand range, but you'll also play it in your right-hand range in this middle octave. You're going to be playing the same part with both hands. So here's the right hand playing this part. Now, keep in mind, I mentioned this in the intro section of the tutorial, but if this part is too hard for you to play those top notes too quickly, one right after the other, you can opt to just play that high note. And that's totally fine. So here is this part with both hands. Notice that I am not holding down the pedal at all for this part. You shouldn't need the pedal until you start playing octaves in your left hand, which is what we're getting to next. So you'll play the chorus the way we just played it for the first half of this chorus. Then for the second half, you'll hold out octaves in your left hand and you'll continue playing the riff in your right hand. Now, you'll also be playing a high riff up here in this range, in the middle of this part as well. That riff sounds like this. It's very quick, and it happens at the end of the third line of the chorus. So here it is in context. I'll play through the entire chorus. Notice that I have to drop out of the riff that I'm playing down here in order to play that part up high, and that's totally fine. I do try to get back down to play the rest of the riff quickly as soon as I'm done playing this high riff, like this. Again, if this part is too hard for you to jump up and hit that, then you can choose not to play that part and just play the riff in your right hand. So that was one time through this chorus. Later in the song, you'll play another chorus and it will be played the exact same way, starting with riffs in both of these ranges of both hands, then going to octaves in your left hand and also playing that riff up high. Immediately following that last chorus, you will play a refrain. In this refrain, you'll have the song section control at halfway, play octaves in your left hand, and you'll continue playing the riff in your right hand. For the verses, you'll have the song section control all the way down. You're going to be playing the synth riff in the upper left hand octave and the right hand range. You'll be playing 2 times through the chord progression, and then you'll also be playing the high riff that we learned up in this range that sounds like this. And that comes in at the end of the first line of the verse, like this. Notice that while you're playing that high riff, you are also playing the end of the riff in the left hand. This part can get kind of tricky to play at the same time, so I recommend practicing it hands separate and then hands together. I'll play it one more time for you. Immediately following this is the pre-chorus, and for the pre-chorus, you'll play everything the exact same way as the verse. The verses come back later in the song. The second time you play the verse, you'll start by just playing the left hand riff and the upper high riff up here. Then halfway through the verse, you'll bring in the right hand riff in this range, as well as playing that high riff up top, and then the pre-chorus will be the same as the first pre-chorus. Just be sure to watch the demo to see all these parts. For the post-chorus, you'll have the song section control at halfway. You're going to play octaves in your left hand and chords in your right hand. And this is different than playing the riff in your right hand like you have for the rest of the song. For this part, I like to play the chords in my right hand and pulse them on the quarter notes like this. For the down bridge, you'll have the song section control all the way down. You'll play octaves in your left hand, and you're going to play the high riff in your right hand, up here. You'll play this riff at the end of every line of the bridge, like this. So the first time through the bridge, you'll play everything that way. Then you're going to play a medium bridge. Move the song section control to halfway and play everything the same way. For this part, if possible, I like to jump my hand down to play chords in between playing that high riff. But if it's easier for you to stay on the riff up high, then I recommend doing that. Then the final time through the bridge will be a big bridge. You'll increase the song section control all the way up, and there are some new chords in this section. For this part, I really try to hit those chords down in this middle range, and then if I can still hit that riff up high, then I do, but I try to prioritize the chords during this part. Here's how I like to play this part. So that was the entire time through the last bridge. You'll notice that there were some new chords that we played, like this chord, and then this borrowed chord that we play for just a moment. And the song section control is all the way up, so it is louder. Then at the very end of this bridge, you bring the song section control down really quickly so that you can play the riff in the left hand and the right hand one final time. Be sure to watch the full demo video to see all of these parts in order and how we move the song section control throughout the song. Song-specific patches work best in the Sunday Keys template for MainStage and Ableton Live. Sunday Keys gives you all the sounds and tools you need to play live worship keys, and all of our song-specific patches integrate seamlessly with Sunday Keys. You can learn all about Sunday Keys for MainStage and Ableton Live on our website. Thanks for checking out this song-specific patch. I'm Julia with Sunday Sounds, and I'll see you next time.